It's gonna take me just a moment to set this up, but I think I'm good. Um, Today I'm talking about my Q1 recap. I had decided to do the what's it called? I had decided to do the 12-year plan for the first 3 months, and hold on, let me see that. And I wanted to talk about. I found the results of it very interesting. Now that we've gotten to April, let me come back a little bit. Yeah, I found it to be very interesting what I found out, not just about myself, but about how planning works. With just this, just a little bit more. Nope, it's not adjusting. All right, and there we go. And there we go. Yeah, so I had decided to do the Q1. For Q1, I decided to do the 12-year recap. And after going to, I think I had gone to a workshop with Ali Abdal, and they had broken it down, and they were like, pick one thing, pick pick two things that you're gonna work on during this time. And I said, okay, that's not hard. I can do that. Hold on. So I decided on my two goals. I made them very measurable. And one goal was to upload 18 videos from between January 1st and March 31st. And the other goal I had was for my personal life. I've been having massive problems with my hips, and I wanted to get them corrected. So at the end of the day, if you just want to know, did I meet the goals? I absolutely met the upload goals. I did not meet the personal goals. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today, about how when you're planning, when you're making plans for your life, things will come in the way, and you've got to kind of find a way to go around them. So, although I met my goal of 18 uploads within that 3 month period, I have to keep looking over here just in case somebody puts a comment. um, because I can't see that on my computer. Yeah. Although I met my upload goals in January, I was cranking. I was doing 2 videos a week, and you know, I had that had gone very well. But in the beginning of February, I had an experience in my life that threw me off, completely off my game. As a matter of fact, in January, because remember I said I had the two goals: to deal with the problems I'm having with my hips and to do the 18 uploads. So I was doing work and personal. And so when I had that problem in the beginning of February, everything fell off because during January, I wasn't only uploading at the way that I should, I was going to the physiotherapist and taking care of my hips, you know? But in February, when this personal issue arose, it crashed me out. And so for the whole of February, I only made one video, which then meant that for me to meet this goal that I had set for this 12-week period in hi Okimo stresses. I'm talking about meeting the goals that I had set at the beginning of January, and did I meet them, and why I didn't meet some and why I met some. So uploaded well in January. February was a complete bust. And then in March, I still was having the same issue that was presented to me in February, but I was able to continue to upload. And that's because I decided, because it would have been easier for me to upload um AI content, because and so let me get into that now. So the thing that happened in February is I have what's called complex PTSD, which is like PTSD that you can't quite just figure out in one or two steps. And I have it really bad. I see a psychiatrist, I see a psychologist, and I am on medication. Well, the first thing that happened in the beginning of January, sorry, in the beginning of February, was that I had to go and have an MRI. Now, if you've ever had an MRI, maybe you'll relate to this. And if you haven't, please let me tell you, if you don't have to do that thing, do not do it. Because being in that machine for like half an hour, it's not the claustrophobia that actually got to me. It was because they had even given me earplugs, but it's the sound that that machine makes. It's like being in a car factory, literally. And except you don't have on those protective headphones. And so 30 minutes of that, of let me see, can I make a sound without it sounding stupid? um Cling, chuk 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 chuk, arr, just, and you never know when a new one is coming. It's like crazy. So I'm telling you, if in the course of your life, if you can do without having an MRI, don't do it. But because of the illness that I have, the mental illness that I have, that thing threw me off in ways I was not expecting. I came out and thought I was fine. But like within a few days later, nope, all of that fineness was gone. I had to go in, and when I went to see my psychiatrist, he was like, "Oh no, I wish I had known that you were going to do that, because there is some of the medication that you take that you should have taken some more of before you went in to do that test." Well, the damage was done. And then something else happened during the month of February that really threw me off again. But anyway, when I got to March, I said, "All right, let us do this melee." And that's when I realized, okay, no, no, I don't have it in me right now to do what I'm doing right now, which is open my recording, open my phone to record and make videos in this way. So, but I'm able to sort of play around with AI and do things that way. And I did just a lot of voiceover things, with 11 Labs and this and that, just playing with a lot of tools. But the reason I, outside of because of everything that's going on with me, the other reason I did that is I didn't want my channel to be without content. So although some of it was kind of good and some of it was better to have some content than not have any content at all. Well, just when I was like, okay, we had to adjust my medication, it was blah blah. And literally 2 days after my medication was adjusted, I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube, but I had another horrific incident happen. I was like, yo, we can't get a break. We really can't get a break. Um, how can I say it in YouTube terms? And I've never experienced anything like this in my life, even though people talk about how Jamaica is so, you know, they like to talk about the fact that Jamaica is violent and stuff. But in my 57 years, I've never seen this. And so literally last week, Monday, um, a man was unalived right across the street from my house and was there on the road until the police came and all these things. Well, although, yes, I'm trying to deal with all of that, I just briefly spoke to one of my doctors, and he was like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. This has triggered your nervous system again in a whole other way. Because I actually had a similar incident, but totally different. In the beginning of 2019, on the first day of the year, um, a gentleman had a heart attack at a hotel while I was at the beach. Oh, that's the garbage people. They're gonna make a lot of noise. And yeah, I stood there. I was one of the people that stood there holding his hand and watching him pass from this life into the afterlife. And I'm telling you, that is not pretty. So, long and short of it is, with these two incidents and the MRI, I have had to recognize that my system is in crisis once again. And there is no sense in me trying to push myself to do things that I cannot do yet. I've actually thought of just shutting down my channel, but I said no. And so I've been watching a lot of tutorials about making talking avatars. And, we'll see. I did make some, and but getting to lip sync them, I mean, it's just a whole thing. By the way, let me tell you, if you're looking into using talking AI avatars, the lip syncing, the really good lip syncing tools are not free. Do not let anybody tell you that it's free. I actually used some of them to make a quick video last night, which I will probably post at some point. But anyway, I digress. The point of me coming on live today, because it was just easier than making a video, is to say, with my channel, um with I might be going mostly faceless if I'm gonna keep it. And outside of that, I will be doing um I'll be using the avatars if I can figure out how to get them to work properly. And then there's actually a little bit of a switch that's happening also. I have been doing most of my content about menopause. In a way, I've kind of said most of what I wanted to say about menopause. And instead, I'd like to bring a lot of awareness um to to severe depression and anxiety, when they are to the point of being an illness and you're not just having a bad day. And like, one of the videos I want to make is how you should deal with someone in your life if they are having severe depression, because giving them platitudes, oh, you'll be fine, da da da, can actually make it a little bit worse for them, because then they feel guilty. Nobody with depression wants to have depression. Take nothing else. If you don't take anything else out of what I said, nobody with severe depression wants to have depression. Everybody with with severe depression has worked very hard to try to get rid of it. But it's an illness. And a lot of people don't understand that it is an illness. It's not like having a depressed day. It is an illness. And some people are able to get past it really easily. And then there are people like me, and many people like me, who it's not it's not such an easy thing. I thought about last night that very famous American, she's a young lady that was like a beauty queen, and then she also did something anyway. And then she had, taken her own life, and everybody was totally shocked. And anybody with severe depression is like, that's not so shocking. But that could it have been prevented? Yeah, if there were people who would just let her talk without trying to solve what she's feeling. Yeah, that's a big one. Nobody wants to hear you're in pain. But when you are telling them what you're going through, you feel guilty, you feel embarrassed, because your life is full of so many blessings. Yeah, depression it's an embarrassing illness, especially when you have a life, where you're not technically suffering, but your own thoughts and your own emotions have you in I mean, crippling sufferation. And so, yeah, this morning I woke up and I was like, I think I just want to come on and let anybody who's interested for my channel just really understand that you may not see me on the channel for a few months, but I will still try to make content as much as I can. And I definitely will try to do those AI overnight live streams because those are fun for me to create. In terms of is it a good idea to go faceless after you've had a channel that's not faceless? Not really. Yeah, my channel will take a dive, definitely. When people have become accustomed to seeing your face, they don't want to see an AI image of you, and I know that. Um, so if you were thinking of doing that for your channel, what I would suggest is that you actually make a different channel because yeah, people don't do well with that switch, definitely. But you know, I'm gonna do it even though it may not work out for me because I don't feel like making a new channel, to be honest. And even though my topic is gonna change a little bit, all of that, you know, it just is, it is what it is. But I wish for everyone the very best success on YouTube. It's very possible. My channel hasn't grown more than it has, and I know exactly why. Because I keep confusing the algorithm. I keep confusing the algorithm, and the algorithm is keep trying to keep up with me. And it's like, hello. So if you are actually really looking to grow your channel, that's one of the things you need to look at first is don't confuse the algorithm, because it does push out our content. What else did I want to say? Let me see. Um, yeah, no, I think that's it. I think that's it. I just wanted to come on and say this. If you ever know how proud I am that I actually turned my camera on today, believe me. Yeah, I didn't even check, oh, how is your face looking? Is there any It was like, let's just get it done, sister. And this one isn't even for, you go live for watch time. Nah, this is not for watch time. This is just information for anyone that's interested who has been following my content and, you know, that I want to keep them up to date that this is what's happening with me and wishing everyone the very, very best in your endeavor with YouTube. It's not easy, but it's possible, you know? So, and also, yeah, I think the last thing I want to say is whenever I start making content about depression, it may not interest you, but I think it would be really awesome to share it with someone in your life who might be struggling with depression because it's not easily understood if it's not your reality. And especially as a black woman. Let me tell you, where, people are like, but you have the grace of God. And I'm like, yes, I do. Of course, I have the grace of God. But this is an illness. So, what is that? What is having the grace of God mean in this? I have an illness. I pray every day, but I have an illness. So, God is helping me as much as possible. Anyway, how long has it been? 20 minutes. All right. Bless you. Okimo, thank you for stopping through. And anyone else that will watch this in the future, if you do have any questions for me, then please feel free to drop them in the comment section afterwards. All right. Take care and have a great day. Now, I don't even know how to end this thing. Okay. Yes. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.